Look at that. It's starting to seed itself everywhere. And that's the most gardening I've done in a while. Hi everybody! Welcome back to my channel. I have not been filming very much. I have not been doing very much because I have a little life update, which is that I am pregnant, almost 5 months pregnant, and it has been very exciting, of course. I'm very excited, but I have also been super wiped. My first trimester was very challenging because I was sick, and then I've just not been doing much. I've been very tired and just kind of going on walks and eating and sleeping, and so I really haven't done very much gardening at all, but my beds are in their full glory. They're really the most happy when things start to cool down and fall is kind of setting in. I love fall. In fact, I was working on a video, it was sort of a wardrobe video, which ended up being super overwhelming as I am pregnant and growing and the majority of my clothes don't fit me anymore. So I ended up having to try on every item of clothing that I own, and it just was not fun to be filming that. Sorry, you're right by the chickens. The only thing that I did film was making these little button barrettes, but they're so cute, and for some reason they feel very fall to me. So I will put in the clip of me making those to give you a little bit of fall inspo. I picked up these buttons, which are sort of vintage clock themed, which is interesting. And I've seen some tutorials to put these or put buttons in your hair on bobby pins. Can't tell if it's focused on this, but this one has like a little flower and it's a clock. So basically I'm going to use a needle and thread to just stitch this onto the end of a bobby pin like so that I'll just be able to put it in my hair. Feels very twee actually. Update on my little bobby pins. So I did stitch this one onto here with this cute cord, but actually what I have found is way easier for me is to use my little elastics and just loop it through the way I was going to. So I've just put them onto a bobby pin. I don't know how well you can see what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do this one because look, because this one is a chicken, so I absolutely need it. I'm just putting my elastic through the back of the button, basically going over the top and then into the back hole, which I'm using my tapestry needle to just push it through, hopefully. So then I have my 2 loops on this side, and I basically just need to pull one through the other. I'm gonna see if I can use my needle to kind of do this. Question mark? Okay, I did. It's kind of like knitting or something. But I've just pulled one end through the other, I tighten it up. So that's what it looks like at the front, and then I just attach this loop to a bobby pin. And it's a little bit, you know, loosey-goosey. Here, it's a little loosey-goosey, but once I put it in my hair, it will get pushed, you know, upright. So that's my little chicken one. So I have an assortment of them. I might do a couple more just because I have, oh no, I have this one too. I could only find one other bobby pin, so I'll do one more of these. But they're pretty cute, huh? In terms of fall prep in the garden, I am starting to collect seeds from my straw flower plants, and I already collected seeds from my poppies, which I will put a picture of. That was from one packet of poppies, which I planted in my Ways to Tap into Spring video. So I got a really big return on those, and the straw flowers are starting to pop open and I can see the little seeds flying through the air. So I'm gonna put some into an envelope right now and show you what that looks like. So when the straw flowers start getting these little brown heads, they really dry out, and then this whole thing is a seed head. So you can see that they're starting to come apart, and I'm just gonna put them into an envelope. It's kind of nice that I wasn't really harvesting these flowers, because now I will have a lot of seeds. I can really expand the planting next year. This is also obviously ready to go. And this one. If you watched my videos last winter, then you will remember that I'll harvest all of these zinnias. This whole head becomes a seed head. So I'll do that later in the fall when they start drying out. But this is when they're the happiest, is when it's cooling down, and the dahlias are really happy. This is the most blooms that I've gotten from them. They're just like really happy when it starts getting cooler. These are so beautiful. Unfortunately, I don't really know the names of any varieties because they've all just been sort of given to me. I did also order some dahlia seeds from Floret, so I'm going to be experimenting with that next year. So many pollinators right now. And the bees do like these once they're open like this. So fall is calling me to do a little hair refresh. I feel like my bangs are getting really long. I mean, they're very easy at this point because I don't really have to do that much to them, but I feel like dark hair, shorter bangs is calling me for fall. I'm gonna do a little refresh. That's what my spray bottle says. This is just water, and give my hair a little trim. I honestly want to get into like razor cutting. I want to get a little razor. In case you're wondering like what is my rhyme or reason or strategy, I literally have none. At all. Just kind of go on instinct. But it's going to be really tough to tell if I went too short until I styled. But the nice thing with bangs is it's like, they'll be back. Very shortly, they'll be back. I'm also just going to trim the ends really quick. And I just use like the butterfly method where I put all my hair forward. It's a little crazy, but I feel like it works. I haven't gotten like a real professional haircut. I don't even know. It's been a long time. And I would be open to it again. Like if there was a good like hairstylist who did razor cutting, I would be really into going. But honestly, I really like cutting my own hair. It's just built my confidence a lot. I feel like I need to go through the top section of my hair with thinning shears because I have a lot of hair. This is half of my hair. And I think I'm at the stage of pregnancy too where I'm not really losing very much hair. And I just really prefer the way that my hair like falls when it just has a lot of texture and movement to it. So I just feel like I need to take some of the bulk out. Okay. I took so much hair out. I feel so much lighter. And I know it looks a little flat right now, but don't you worry. I'm gonna actually get like a lot more volume and texture from removing the length. And as you probably know, like where you really want to go crazy for a shag is like the crown of your head, the top of your head, like cut it short. And then it will just give you like the volume in the back. But I feel a lot lighter. This much lighter. Plus all my bang trimmings. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I was dyeing it red. I used to love having red hair in the fall. Honestly, I do kind of miss it, but the upkeep is crazy. Everything gets stained red, like you know, if you've ever had red hair. And since I'm pregnant, I don't want to be like bleaching my hair, obviously. You'll see my new hair in whatever I film next. So I've been sitting on these random clips of footage for a few weeks now, maybe even a month, because I'm now like 5.5 months pregnant. And I've just been waiting to get the motivation to do something productive. I really wanted to do like a full fall garden cleanup because, as you may be able to see behind me, the gardens are really overgrown. As I've said multiple times, I really haven't done very much gardening this summer. And I think I needed to just kind of process and manage my own expectations for myself in pregnancy and entering this new chapter. I think that I'm feeling what a lot of ambitious women feel about their own creative projects changing and shifting in pregnancy, in motherhood. Like, I just don't have the energy to give to the things that I really enjoy doing. Even taking time for myself and expressing myself through the way that I dress and the way that I get ready. Like, I really haven't been getting ready in the way that I typically enjoy doing. I'm really prioritizing my sleep, my rest. It's not even prioritizing, it's like your body forces you. And as much as I compare what I was able to do creatively in my gardens, all the things that I want to be doing, pregnancy is a huge detox in a lot of ways, and a lot of things that I'm doing now were things that I was neglecting. You know, you have to stop smoking, stop drinking, eat enough, eating well, resting, just like listening to my body. You're really forced to do that. And a lot of these things I was definitely bypassing when I wasn't pregnant and could just kind of push through. And so I'm gaining balance, I think. But I'm not gonna lie, I've been working through some kind of disappointment and grief around wanting to do it all, wanting to be it all, wanting to carry on through pregnancy, the expectations that I had put on myself for how active I was going to be in pregnancy, and again, productive I was going to be in pregnancy. And I'm just kind of having to give myself a lot of grace. And there's just seasons of life, and the gardens can teach me that as well. And to be honest, nature is just doing her thing. Like, maybe it's not exactly my agenda for the garden, but if you can see, I have mums that are just starting to bloom that are really beautiful, and they don't need me to do anything for them. So I wanted to put a video out. I can't predict what my content is going to look like moving forward. I don't want to really explicitly be making like pregnancy content, but that is my life right now, and it's such a dream come true. It's such a blessing. Like, I really have to pinch myself for how grateful I feel to just be able to be pregnant, and I'm really excited. And so that's taking all of my creative energy, all of my energy overall. But I really appreciate you watching this compilation video, and I will see you in my next one.